Oh, must I be honest? Look, I think the blesser concept for me, it's a very dangerous concept. It's dangerous because it's not a new concept. Men have been giving young women money for years now. And what makes it dangerous is now we're almost trying to commercialize it. We're almost trying to normalize it and make it something that is okay. And I feel like to a certain extent, it happens even in people's relationships, so it's just unfortunate that now there's so much light that has been shed on it, and people take advantage of the status quo to say, I am your blesser and you are my blessee, and I give you money for you to perform certain, certain practices or certain things that you do on me, whatever it is that they get, that they do. Uh, eh, as a concept for me, I feel like it's very dangerous, but I always say, which is going to be, it's going to sound terrible, and but that's my honest opinion. I always say, make use of your opportunities, baby girl. If you are in a situation where you are having to do things that you are okay with, if you are okay with what you are doing, who am I to tell you what you're doing is wrong? I can tell you from my personal experience to say, I don't think that's the route. There are other options, but the other options are not attractive. And that's the reality of life, is that, we can sit on our high horses and tell young girls to say, what you are doing is wrong, or, also, what is the criteria of a blesser? At what age do you become a blessee? That's why I say it's dangerous. I think it's bad for men to take advantage of young girls using money. I think it's really wrong, and I would if I see your father and he is a blesser, if my own father is a blesser, I will spit at his feet, because it is very, very incorrect to use a young child. I mean, anybody who's under the age of 18 is really in no position to be getting into any sort of relationship that is, that has a monetary compensation in it, because basically then you are a prostitute. That's what you are. You're prostituting, whether you are having sexual intercourse or not with this person, you're prostituting yourself. You are selling yourself and your time and whatever it is for for compensation. But I feel like at the age of 18 and above, you are in a space where we assume, and legally we assume, that you've got some sort of contractual capacity to understand the things that you're getting yourself into. And if you feel you are comfortable with what you are doing, by all means do it. But make sure, don't be stupid. Don't be silly. Don't be in a blessed relationship and then this man is buying you moe in the club. That's silly. Don't do that. Get yourself an apartment, okay? Get that man to buy an apartment. And I patale cash. Angazohlala ngawe, actually ukuthi ubhatala my installment, but I've put in your name. Do you know how easy it is to change title deeds? Don't be silly. Don't be stupid. So get yourself the right things. I'm not encouraging it. I'm really not here for encouraging. But I always say, we may sit here and scold you and say, but why are you, Nicolette, why are you doing this? Nicolette, why are you getting yourself involved in this? Whereas you are comfortable. Ushapu wena. And then who are we? Yes, there's a whole lot of moral decay in this country. And I think the whole blesser thing also comes from how you were brought up. I was brought up in a home where things are not easy to get. Anything that comes easy, there is a problem with it. So my parents never ever gave me the illusion that life would be so easy that you can just sleep with somebody and they can just pay for your life and they can just buy you a flat. You know what I mean? You gotta sweat, you gotta work for it, and you gotta understand where it comes from for you to be able to attain that kind of thing. So I think, our grounding lies in how we were brought up and how we were parented. And I don't want to sit here also again and blame people's parents and say you were terrible parents, that's why your child is a blessee or whatever. So this whole blesser concept is very complicated, but my take out on it is that I don't support it, but I'm not going to, it's not black and white. So I'm not going to look at it and judge other people's children based on, what we see on the surface, because there are other, and there's psychological issues. There's a whole lot of stuff that go into it. So, but my thing is, I always say, children, anybody, youth, go to school, if you have the opportunity. If you don't have the opportunity, educate yourself, because there are many people that I've met in my life who don't have formal training, but they've educated themselves and they've found opportunities and they've worked really hard and really smart for them to get where they are. So it's that Bible analogy. There are two paths, and you need to choose which part works for you. Yeah.